Welcome to the 2022 CAA Football Postseason Awards show, where we recognize the student athletes who have excelled on the field this season. I'm your host, Carly Smith. Let's begin with our major award winners as voted on by the league's 13 head coaches. The CAA Offensive Rookie of the Year is UAlbany quarterback Reese Poffenbarger. The freshman threw for 2,999 yards and 24 touchdowns with only 4 interceptions. He passed for more than 250 yards and multiple touchdowns 8 times and was among the top 15 quarterbacks in the nation in passing yards and touchdowns. The CAA Defensive Rookie of the Year is William & Mary's Jalen Jones. The freshman cornerback was tied for the CAA lead in interceptions with 4 and also broke up 7 other passes, which matched the most on the team. He was named the FCS National Defensive Player of the Week in September after picking off 3 passes in a win over Campbell. The CAA Special Teams Player of the Year is Towson's Diego Hunter. The senior ranked second nationally in punt return average at 16.2 yards and was 18th in FCS in kickoff return average at 24.6 yards. Hunter returned 2 kickoffs for touchdowns this season, going 96 yards against West Virginia and 92 at Monmouth, and also had a 77-yard punt return for a score against Villanova. The CAA Coach of the Year is New Hampshire's Rick Santos. Picked to finish 9th in the league's preseason poll, the first-year head coach guided the Wildcats to an 8-3 overall record and a share of their first CAA championship since 2014 with a 7-1 mark. New Hampshire earned a spot in the FCS playoffs for the first time since 2017. The CAA Defensive Player of the Year is William & Mary's John Pius. The sophomore linebacker was one of the nation's top pass rushers, ranking 3rd in FCS with 11.5 sacks and 5th with 19 tackles for loss. He was also William & Mary's top tackler with 69 stops and contributed 12 quarterback hurries. The CAA Offensive Player of the Year is Monmouth's Jaden Sheridan. The sophomore running back led the nation in rushing this season with 1,722 yards and 13 touchdowns. He topped the 100-yard mark in 9 of his 11 games and went over 200 yards 4 times, including a 299-yard effort against Fordham. His rushing yardage total is the most by a CAA player since 2013. The prestigious Chuck Boone Leadership and Excellence Award goes to Richmond's Tristan Wheeler, a 3-time first-team All-CAA performer at linebacker for the Spiders. He ranks 4th among all active FCS players with 353 career tackles. Off the field, the Richmond team captain spearheaded a clothing drive for needy families in the Richmond area and organized a football camp in his hometown of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Now we take a look at the all-conference squads, beginning with the first team. Here are the members of the All-CAA second team. And finally, we recognize the All-CAA third team. there are your 2022 CAA Football Award winners. Be sure to watch the CAA and the FCS playoffs Saturday as Delaware, Elon, New Hampshire, and Richmond participate in first-round games this Saturday. A win would allow them to join number 5 national seed William & Mary in the second round on December 3rd. For more information, check out CAAfootball.com and make sure to follow @CAA Football on all of our social media outlets.